Hello, welcome to the Learning Playlist, a podcast for the major and general education courses under the tutelage of Mr. Ryan Dave Ryla, USJR College Instructor. This project is a supplement to the said courses and as a means to share knowledge to the public at large. To help the podcast grow, kindly follow us at facebook.com/the learning playlist. And now, on to our show. Hello and welcome to the Contemporary World. So this is your course instructor, Ryan Dave Ryla, for this semester 2021, second semester 2021-2022. Now, for the Contemporary World in this lecture, this is lecture 0 by the way, we shall be laying down the groundworks for your coursework, the exams, and all the other details that you need to know before we get into the nitty-gritty of the rest of the content for this course. Okay, so we shall begin with that. So for this lecture 0, which will be the laying down of the groundwork for our course, we shall be talking about the SMEAC. I'll be introducing to you the concept of the SMEAC later, and as well as some of the basic functions that we need to understand before we undertake the major courseworks in the near future. Okay. So here are some basic information about the Department of Social Sciences and Philosophy. Should you feel the need to address certain concerns regarding the course, feel free to contact the chairperson, si Mr. Gallardo Gulay, at the DSSP Facebook page. Okay. Some basic information about me. You can always pause here sa video so that you may read also this slide. Now let's go to the SMEAC, which is an abbreviation for Situation, Mission, Execution, Administration and Logistics, and Command and Signal. Okay, we shall go through these different phases one at a time. Right, so let's go first with situation. What are we facing for the semester? What is expected of us, and most importantly, unsa ang ato ang mga potentials nga pwede na to ma-develop for this course. Okay, first up we have the timeline. So atong timeline is ranging from February 31st, that is basically today, up until June 13 for non-graduating, and for those who are graduating, I'll have to check your status again sa class list, June 2. Okay, so ato ang semesters divided into 3. We have the prelims, the midterms, and the final term. Okay, so you can pause also here to see or to check again the timeline. For deliverables for this course, atong emphasis is on content creation, as is with all of my GE courses. So, a bit of a rationale. Nganong heavy kayo ang emphasis nako on content creation. In particular, I would ask you to create content ranging from discussion videos that will be categorized as podcasts, and also even infographics from time to time. So money ang table of deliverables. You can pause here as well to check what are the possible deliverables para sa atong prelims, midterms, and finals. So the idea here is to create information to educate not only yourselves but also others in the pursuit of this course's objectives. Okay. So for the SWOT analysis, or the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and trends para sa ato ang klase. Okay, so again, mubalik ka sa kung point on content creation. Okay, so we will explore not only let's say the topics, but I will also ask your help to further define the topic, to further sharpen it for the next class who will succeed you as well. So whatever content you are going to create here, as we have mentioned earlier, they will be used as primary examples for the next class to build upon the discussion. So ongoing ni siya ang mga discussions na to. Okay. So we have here mission and execution. Basically, we have already covered the situation on what we intend to do for the class and what situation or what are we facing for the semester. We shall see unsa expected from the three different levels of class, group, and individual. Okay, so I'll explain. So as a class, I'm expecting all of you from groups to individuals to collaborate with each other, especially on the outputs. Okay, so the outputs are not standalone, and I do not intend them to be something that you just pass and forget. No, the outputs are meant to create a sense of, let's say, collaboration among you, especially in the crafting of those outputs, as many of your group works and individual works will also play into the making of your different outputs for the semester. No, as you can see, siguro, if you refer back earlier to the final term na atay capstone project, the capstone project is a culmination of all the outputs that you have created so far for the semester based on the assigned topics once we have created the groups. Okay, so let's now go to the group level. So for the group level, okay, so you are expected to engage with each other on social issues and common problems via group activities. So this can come in many forms, ranging from discussion videos to basically group works, even some compilation of essays which I ask occasionally, depende sa to ang depende sa development sa throughout the semester kung unsa to ang mga possible options. Okay? So in this setting, in a group setting, you are expected to share your thoughts and of course contribute or put to the table what you can to aid the group objective, whatever that may be. So for the individual, since every one of you is an individual in class, so you will reflect and actualize lessons via the output. So again, a heavy emphasis on content creation. As individuals, you are also expected to create your own output, independent or in collaboration with the groups. So let's go to one of the last parts here, and I think this is the most crucial part for this SMEAC orientation. Okay, so administration and logistics staff. Okay, so we have 4 parts as you can see here in this slide. Okay, so let's go now to LMS. So let's say use LMS. Okay, we actually have 2 systems here that will go hand in hand. Okay, we have Brightspace LMS, and then on the other hand, for communications, we have the MS Teams. Okay, for Brightspace, naa din ang repository sa lessons, references, supplementary materials courtesy of Google Drive. Atong hatagag link diha. Your individual outputs, essays, quizzes, major exams will be stored in Brightspace. In contrast, sa MS Teams, since this is a communications channel nato, anhin nato ibutang sa MS Teams, taking full advantages of its different tools. So anhin nato ibutang ang group outputs, your capstone project soon. Your recorded lectures will be there, although primarily atong recorded lectures is gihatag ni siya via sa YouTube karon. But of course, there will be lectures when we have to meet in the near future adto nato i-record sa MS Teams. And then announcements also will be made primarily through MS Teams. And then redundancy na ang naa sa Brightspace ng announcements. Okay. So as you can see, difference in function, differences in usage, no? So use these tools wisely throughout the semester. Okay, for your grading system, naka-mention na diha unsa nga to ang grading system. So feel free to pause here to read the slide. Okay? As well as here. Okay, so let's go now to the last point sa command and signal nato. So we have already established the flow of communications. Here, we have seen unsaon nato pag-interact throughout the semester from, let's say, a horizontal nga plane, meaning from teacher to student and even down to groups, no, and individuals. and then as well as sorry, that was vertical, as well as horizontal between you. So mo na atong flow of communications, but primarily facilitated ni siya through the use of Brightspace and MS Teams. For the activity setup, every activity ninyo will be facilitated through the use of groups. So I've taken the liberty to create different groups since most of you are, let's say, I have classes of about 40 students. So divided mo into 8 groups, and I would ask you later to join groups, no? So, mag-set up the groups for the activity as well as the class. So, mo na siya ang ato ang basic nga unit sa klase, no? Aside from the individual, there's the group, which will be composed of about 8 groups, 5 members each, para a total of 40. No? Kung naay mo lapas, sige lang, ato lang na siyang i-put into consideration. And if you have questions regarding the groupings, feel free to approach.